Hey everyone, welcome back to another trading video from SIC Forex. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic week, and before we dive in, I'm going to ask you for a quick favor and drop this video a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you stay up to date with my future videos. So in our previous video, we made an advanced scalping strategy for AUD-CAD using the free expert advisor Dark Venus. And it started with an initial balance of 3,000 and was able to get a total net profit of $3,139 with 22 cents. Now, this set file is available on the Google Drive listed in the description, and what we are going to do today is test it against 8 different symbols that I have selected on my market watch list. The way that we are going to do this is by using the built-in optimizer of MetaTrader 5. By using it, it will save us a lot of time by not having to run it individually against each pair, and all we have to do is simply under the optimization select all symbols selected in market watch. Now this means you can add different symbols and also set the criteria according to what you want it optimized. What I'll be doing for the examples today is I will be using our drawdown minimum option. Our previous drawdown was around 11%, and I would like to keep the drawdown between 10 and 20% preferably. So now that we have done that, we're going to make a simple few changes from what we had last time. This is just to speed up our testing process. So under the graphic settings right at the bottom, I'm going to turn off the panel button and custom chart for the backtesting. Additionally to this, I'm also not going to let it stop for this now at a monetary loss, meaning it will still continue to trade. However, when we are running it live in the market, I will have that enabled. The same for the set file that will be available, but this is just to see if we were to run it like this against those 8 pairs, what was to happen. Now what it will do is we'll download the data and generate us a list with our 8 pairs that we have selected. And right off the bat, we can see the two with the lowest drawdown is the AUD-CAD and NZDCAD. After that, we have the AUD franc, CAD franc, and the Euro GBP, which is also another popular cross pair to trade. Now, what we're going to do for today is select the NZDCAD and try to further optimize it and see if we can either decrease the drawdown or increase the profit. It is currently at a 17.71% drawdown, relative drawdown, and a profit of 1,819 cents, again on the $3,000 starting balance. So first we are going to run a single test just to get a better idea of graphically what happened during the last 15 months on this pair. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that exact same set file that we used on the AUD-CAD, and it's running a single test now against the NZD-CAD. Now the two pairs do have a lot of similarities, including the fact that they do have the tendency to range. Now this is ideal for this type of grid trading strategy. And what we're going to do is further optimize the bot and see if we can either increase the profit or decrease the drawdown. So like I said before, the drawdown is currently at 17.71%, and there we can clearly see the two instances where it happened. Now remember, using a fixed amount didn't increase for when the lot started increasing because it is on a auto calculation format. So that is an alternative that you can also adjust. However, for our trading series moving forward and the 3,000 balance, I'm only going to have a set stop loss of 1,000 for each grid. Again, I'm going to select the drawdown minimum option, and this time fast genetic. Now first make sure to unselect all of the other options that you have, otherwise we'll have a lot of steps and take a lot of time. Today, to decrease the drawdown and increase, we are going to focus on the minimum distance for grid order. Now the minimum distance for grid order on default is at 50. However, I have increased it on the previous set file to 200. What I'd like to know now for the NZDCAD, would there be a better step to use? And what we're going to start at is 50 or 5 pips. We're going to go every 5 pips until 50 pips, giving us a total of 10 different calculations on this pair. So what it is doing in the background every time it is changing, let's say x in the equation, and it is doing this using the minimum distance for the grid orders. By doing that, we have now 10 different results showing us what would be the ideal minimum distance for the grid. Now in this example, it's using the other parameters that I have set as fixed. However, you'll see there is a big difference between using a very tight and a very large grid. For us, the best would be using 150 points, which would be 15 pips, which would give us a good increase in profit, and the drawdown would stay the same. It would actually decrease the drawdown from the 17.71 to 16.54 with a $500 increase in profit. So let's run our last single test before we make a few adjustments to have the set file ready moving forward. Now, what I'd like you to do is comment down below with what you want the third pair to be. After we have all of the comments, I'll take a look at the recommendations that you guys have. Oh, I do have something in mind myself. This will be the focus of our next video before we launch it live on a VPS in the market. Again, by making these small adjustments and still keeping our set stop loss, which is our risk side management for the system, we are able to have another healthy balance and equity curve. The same as before, it's only trading in one direction at a time, and it will be interesting to see what would it be like to trade it live in the market. The possibility here is to find an alternative pair where we could possibly hedge the CAD dollar pairs. Again, it took the same loss as before when the grid failed. However, we still ended with a very healthy equity and balance of 5,300, meaning a total net profit of 2,353 compared with the 1,800 of before, and a total drawdown of 16.54%. Gave us a profit factor of 1.66 and a 63% win rate out of the 590 trades that were placed. Now this is going to be our second set file. Now when trading multiple set files on the same MetaTrader, it is important that we have different magic numbers for each of the robots. The reason for this is so that they don't mix their grids or their orders. Now even if it's in a different pair, I still like doing it. So when I do my analysis afterwards, I'm able to follow it according to the specific magic number that I have set for the bot. Additionally, I'm also going to have this set file available. So if you'd like to test it for yourself and see how the results are for your broker, it will be listed in the description below. Remember to also comment with the pair that you would like to see traded moving forward. I generally feel that it might be the CAD franc or the OUD franc, so we have some diversification for the strategy. This will be run live on a VPS, and the reason for this is so that we can have it live in the market 24/7. By having it live in the market, we are able to also gather the data and moving forward compare this back testing results and forward testing to what we have live in the market. So I want to say thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to drop this video a quick like, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to check out our next recommended video, and until next time, happy trading.